this video is going to be me cleaning my makeup brushes with those water sounds. So the things you're going to need, or the things I'm going to need, are a washcloth, or paper towel. It's your own personal preference. I personally prefer a washcloth vice a paper towel because it's thicker. I went through all of my washcloths and most of them have a bleach stain of some sort, so I do apologize for how unsightly it is. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. Okay, and then the main part of the whole video, of course, is a concoction, if you will. That's not new, it's not inventive. I mean, it's definitely inventive, but I didn't create it. But there's an actual name for this, but I can't think of it. But what I'm going to refer to it as a dry brush cleaner. Does that make any sense? When you use this, you don't have to wait for your brushes to dry for a very long time. It dries almost instantly. So I really like this for in between deep cleansing washes for my brushes, so I don't completely dry them out, which is actually kind of contradictory because this has a lot of alcohol in it. So I guess either way I'm kind of, drying my brushes out. However, I don't have significantly expensive brushes, and the nicer brushes, if you will, I have all received in a makeup bag or box of some sort. So I haven't exactly paid full price for most of the brushes that I have. So if I have to toss some away to get new ones, it's not quite the end of the world. And it kind of gives me the opportunity to show you guys some of the brushes that I really, really like to use. Some of them are a little ratchet, if you will, and I'll explain why when we get to them. So, please do excuse that. Every time I have tried to record you for the past little bit, that has kicked on, and it's gonna sound really silly, I'm pretty sure that's my AC, so I do apologize for the outside noise. I don't know what I can do about it at this point in time. So, a brush that I received in, I believe, a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy box, I can never recall, is this, I believe they're pronounced Farah, and this is the 35E, and it's like a really nice domed brush. I'm going to get started on cleaning this, but because I'm a silly and I totally kind of not very helpful if I don't let you guys know what it is. So it's probably about 50% alcohol, maybe probably 30% alcohol, somewhere in there. The remaining, probably another 40 to 50% is water, and you add a couple pumps of a cleanser of your choice. I typically will use Dawn dish soap, but a lot of times I try to switch it up as well. Like this one in particular has a little bit of Garnier's micellar water, and also has a facial cleanser in there as opposed to Dawn dish soap, so it's not as abrasive. Granted, these are bristles and not skin, but you know, just like you can try out your skin, you can also try out your hair. If it's, you know, real hair. It depends on if it's, you know, animal hair or whatever other type of hair, vice synthetic hair. So I do this a couple of different ways. I either spray the brush itself, or I spray a spot on the cloth itself. And then rub around in circles and slightly away from the spot that would have the main pigment. So I didn't do a very good job at spraying that. So I'm going to spray a small spot on the cloth itself. Oops. And do the same motion and circular motions, and that has the majority of the pigment off. Now with this you can always play around to see what type of mixture would work out for you. But again, most of the time you need to stick with your alcohol and water ratios need to be relative to each other. And then the cleanser of your choice, and what you decide to do obviously is what I said, your choice. So if I'm being completely honest with you, I'm just going to be as real as I can. This is actually, it's not a real Zoeva. I don't remember where I got this. I think I got this off of AliExpress a long time ago. Or maybe not. Maybe I got it off of Amazon, because I actually have gotten other brushes off of Amazon before it, and I think I have a couple that I will be showing as well. So this brush has already been stained. I should have prefaced that. As awesome as pigments can be, not only will they stain your eyes, but they will stain your brushes too if you have. Actually, I think they can also stain synthetics if I'm not mistaken. So whatever this is, my bristles have been stained. But it did get the pinky pearly pigment off of pigment off of the tip of the brush. So not only is this a fake Zoeva brush, but this is the 234. It's just a flat type of shader brush, if you will. We're not trying to be professional here, because I'm not professional. So something not knockoff that I actually got in this set that I actually quite like is this Beach Cosmetics brush. or excuse me, it helps get any residual bacteria off of it, and it hopes that, like this brush I use for concealer, it hopes to get most of the pigment out by breaking it down, but of course it's not always perfect. If you want it to be perfect, there might be other brands out there that have the same type of product that do a lot better of a job. I'm unaware of what those are. The only thing that I do to make it a fail-safe is to just deep clean my brushes. So this I got, I believe, in a BoxyCharm box, and I've completely worn away the emblem here, but I think this is by Alamar, something like that. I know it's an indie brand, but these brushes that came in a set of 3, and I actually really like all 3. I don't know where this is the flat brush. They have a more domed version of this that I also use for concealer, and then they do have a dome crease brush that I still really use and really like. I just don't know where the one is. So this one I'm actually going to spray the brush itself and spray quite a bit to try and get as much of this concealer off as I can. Rotate it. Okay. And now this is where you'll really start to see some of the product coming out. Gross. So again, not perfect, but it definitely got quite a bit of that out. Next is a brush that I have not used since this morning because I spilled coffee all over it. I do need to really just deep clean this brush because gross. I'm not going to use that. This has got coffee on it. I do really, really like this brush though. I got this in an Ipsy bag, go figure. It is starting to shed a little bit, which kind of saddens me. But it's also by Farrah, and it's so soft, and even if it wasn't, honestly, I would have just kept it because of how pretty it is. I use this for, obviously, powder, so it's got a lot of powder caked up into it, and of course, like I just mentioned, coffee caked up into it as well. So hopefully we can get some of this out. It's not a fail-safe with this one because I need to just deep clean it, but for the sake of maybe some sounds. Again, not perfect. I still need to deep clean it, but at least you can see some of the pigment is gone. Now I just need to get the coffee out. One of the brushes, I think I've got 2 brushes in here. Yeah, I think it's just 2 right now that I got from Amazon that I just absolutely adore. I really love living off of a highway, so you can just hear everybody, you know, doing craziness in the middle of the night. It's only 9 o'clock, so it's really not that big of a deal, but whatever, I guess. So I got this off of Amazon, and oh my goodness, I love pretty much this whole brush set. I'm actually very surprised how soft they are and how affordable they are too. Let's get one that has a little bit more pigment to it to show angled brush. So I'm probably gonna have to spray this one a bit more. Okay. So the bristles on this are also dark, so the likelihood of you actually being able to see how much pigment comes off of this is not very likely. Also, quite silly of me to assume that I should use a dark washcloth for this. I have white, but I figured this was one of my prettier looking ones and it would be better. And you see it's starting to shed too. I'm like pulling little hairs out. Well, it's been loved, so I guess it's alright. But at least you can see some of the pigment. Can you tell that this is a knockoff? I'm assuming Zoeva. That's what I'm assuming that this is supposed to be a knockoff of. It probably is. But honestly, I think I paid like $1 for this brush. Maybe I should get one that's got like bright red on it, because I think I do have one eyeshadow brush that has some bright red pigment on it. Oh, would you look at that idea? This is actually a profusion brush. It's double-ended. I got this in one of their larger palettes. That was like $10. I actually really like the palette. That's not what the eyeshadow is on these though. I do like the brush though. This is actually really soft. Do you see all that pigment? Gross. That's okay. And then of course this. Can you really have a bad quality like packing brush? Like that might be a really silly question to ask, but like I've never come across a packing brush that I didn't like because I only needed to do one thing. You know what I mean? That's just me though. I'm not too picky when it comes to certain things. Others, yes, but some things just, it's not worth it. Okay, so we've got quite a bit more pigment on this one. Let's see how it fares. Almost perfect. I think that does a pretty dang good job if you ask me. I want to do a little more sprays than some because this is such a dark pigment and this reds a lot of the time stain, so I assume it's going to be just as difficult to get out of the brush as it would maybe my skin. It does leave a pink tinge, but that's still quite a bit better than what it was previously. Definitely not mad at that. I wanted to demonstrate this again with another brush I use for concealer. It's definitely coming out, or at least a good chunk of it is. See all that pigment from the concealer. Let's try the angled side. Oh yeah, the angled side definitely had some color in it too. See, it's definitely getting it out. Again, it's not this brand of this, we're just gonna call it wand for the sake of me not looking too silly. And the barrel of this, these are from 2 different brands as a whole. I love this brush. I love it, absolutely love it. It's like almost perfect. Actually, not almost, it is perfect for my eye shape, depending on what I'm looking to do that day. I could not find the wand to attach it back into the barrel so that I could use it again. So I found this wand from another brush that had broken. I said, you know what? It fits. So if it fits, it sits. So that's why it looks so wonky. But it works. That's all I needed to do. I think it looks good. I think it does. So my final brush that I will do, or excuse me, clean today, is another brush I received in the bag, and that is an Elizabeth Mott tapered blending brush. It's really petite compared to like the Farrah one. Well, I shouldn't say it's extremely petite, but it's definitely smaller than some of the other brushes that I do have. Sometimes so much so that it gets lost in my makeup bag because of the way my brush is, my brush section in my bag is situated. This doesn't have a whole lot of pigment in it, but enough to where I should probably do something about it. You know, don't want to be blending and thinking that you're gonna get a pink and then, like, I don't know, maybe have a green in there somewhere. It's happened before, don't judge me. I'm telling you, you don't have to buy a product. Excuse me, let me finish my train of thought. Goodness sake. You don't have to buy a product that does this. You can make your product, or you can make this type of thing yourself. And honestly, even when I bought them, I have never felt so exhilarated in my whole life because I felt reborn. That I didn't have to deep clean my brushes every time I used them. It was just, it was absolutely mind-blowing. So I highly recommend it if you do your makeup. I also want to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I do